Man, what a spectacular performance by Ja Morant. 52 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 from 3. 22, 22 field goals made. Welcome, and I'm Jonesy the Answer. Please like and subscribe. Man, what a performance. The Grizzlies, in my eyes, they're not a contender. You know what I mean? In the playoffs, I feel like they're not much to worry about. Obviously, that's not going to be a fun team to verse, but I think with a good coaching staff, it's easy to, stop that team. A lot of young guys, a lot of really young guys. And Ja Morant is still growing. You know what I mean? You still got to figure out. You could still tempt Ja to shoot the jumper. Meanwhile, he had four. He was 4 from 3 last night. But you can still tempt Ja to shoot the jumper, and he's not gonna make a lot of those. So I think this team isn't ready yet. But I think they know who they are. They know they're still young. They're not in a rush. This isn't a win-now team. They have so much time to grow. Desmond Bane, Ja Morant, Zaire Williams, Jaren Jackson. If Jaren Jackson could really figure his game out, this team's really scary. But Ja Morant is just unbelievable. 52 points. That's his career high. It's a franchise high. He just had 4. He just broke his career high like a week or two ago. He's really hot right now, and it definitely does remind me of, D Rose, Russell Westbrook, but more so D Rose, just coming out of nowhere. And the only concern for me at this point at Ja is he plays a really reckless, dangerous game at times, and he could end up getting hurt. But if he didn't play so reckless, his game wouldn't be as fun at the end of the day. But, man, Ja Morant, I feel like throughout his whole career now, you're going to know the prototype. Put a great shooter around this guy and put a fundamental big around this guy, and you got it's scary. You know what I mean? Steven Adams, personally being a Pelicans fan, I was glad we traded Steven Adams, but because he just didn't fit our team at the end of the day. But he really fits with that team. He was so good with Russell Westbrook. It's kind of the same thing with Ja Morant because they do have similar games. But I think Ja Morant, he is currently definitely a top 15 player. Definitely I'm going to say it, he's a top 10 player in the league right now, for sure. Top 5 and stuff like that, you're kind of pushing it, but he's a top 5 point guard as well. You give me Ja Morant, Chris Paul, Stephen Curry. Kyrie's still there. If you want to consider James Harden a point guard, James Harden. Damian Lillard, of course. But this is a great team, great young team, and Ja. Granted, he has had a fairly easy time with this team because they're so young. It's easy for him to grow with this team. You know what I mean? Like from day one, you knew Ja was going to be the guy they were going to try to build around, and his jump from last year to this year, absolutely amazing. I think Ja is a championship level player. I don't think this is a championship level team just yet, but you never know. They could have that kind of Hawks run like the Hawks had last year. But I just wanted to get on here and talk about how spectacular that performance was. Ja Morant, 52 points. You love to see that.